the #1 wrestler here, the Giant Assassin. He is here in our store. He's been awarded all over the country. He just came from Europe, and he just gave me $10,000 for my community center on Ellen and Gravois, the Resurrection Center at Wade Funeral Home. That's our shelter. And this gentleman just gave me $10,000 to buy you kids some shoes and some clothing and jackets. All right, for this man right here, the #1 wrestler in the country.
Hey, welcome to another hour of Pro Wrestling with the Giant Assassin. We're down here at Gus's Fashions, and we're here with Gus. You want to give us the address to the place, Gus?
This is Gus's Fashions at 1201 Washington Avenue. My friend Tommy Lasorda comes in here, Charlie Gito, Mark Cusimano, Charlie Fazio, the bakery. We all get together and chill out. Now, my friend Tommy Lasorda lost his Slim Fast deal because he's been eating at Charlie Gito's a lot, and he lost his deal with Slim Fast, but he'd rather eat and be healthy than fool with the Slim Fast, if you understand what I'm meaning. Now, let me tell you what we do in our store. We give a lot of deals to the inner city kids, and we do a lot of charitable work. We give to a lot of kids and families that are burnouts and don't have any money. We take care of them in our store. Now, the assassin here has given me $10,000 for my community center to help these kids, and I'm glad he did. I'm glad that Pete Parisi comes and does this worldwide entertainment sports show, and I guess you've all seen me. I'm a look-alike for Boogie Wineglass, the guy that was supposed to buy the Patriots, but I got a pretty long Italian nose. Look at that nose I got. That's a real Italian nose. He's got a short nose. I'll show you his picture. It was in the Globe Democrat Christmas Day. But let's get back with the assassin. Now, if you want to meet the gay assassin, I mean the little assassin, here's the little assassin. Man, this guy could really do some assassin right here. They call him the Terminator. You got anything to say?
Thanks, Gus. I've lost control. Now, we're down here at Gus's Fashion. We're on the corner of Tucker and Washington. Come on down. We got all the football-style sports gear and stuff. And we got Vince working down here now with that donation I gave to Gus. You heard Gus. I gave $10,000 to Youth Center. You all want to boo and spit and throw stuff at the assassin. Just remember, I'm doing stuff to help the kids. We got Vince down here shopping. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go to the first match right away and try to get ourselves together here. Talk to Gus a little more later. We're going to talk to Vince. Vince is down here looking for a new coat. He wants to buy a Buffalo Bills jacket because I don't care what happened. The Buffalo Bills are still the best team there ever was. Okay, first match we're going to go to is Lumberjack and Frankie D against Ghetto, Grubs, and the Freedom Rider. You watch this match and we'll be back in a little bit.
Well, fans, if you're just joining us at home, just in time for the Tag Team Championship match featuring the champions, the Ghetto Grub and the Freedom Rider, defending the titles against the Lumberjack and Frankie D. One fall with a 10-minute time limit here. The Ghetto Grub taking Frankie D to the canvas the hard way. Rough, tough tag team champions. And there you see them working together as they do so well. Went for a cover. Tags made. Freedom Rider. Reverse chinlock on Frankie D by the Freedom Rider. Oh, there's a thrust to the throat area. That staggered Frankie D. And another one. Referee telling the Freedom Rider to stay out of the throat. Drops the knee to the head of Frankie D. And another one. Now, fresh tag. That's what's good about the champions. They keep the fresh man in there, make frequent tags. That's what's made them so successful as the tag team champions. But there's nothing better than the Lumberjack. And Frankie D would like to do is to take those belts away from him. And now another reverse chin lock by the Ghetto Grub. Oh, appears Frankie D didn't eat before tonight's match. Wanted a bite of the Ghetto Grub. Both men locked up on the rope. Referee moves in, trying to get them separated, but Frankie D now several punches to the midsection. Now gets over and makes the tag, and in comes the big man, the Lumberjack. Ghetto Grub decided to slow the pace down just a little bit when the fresh man came in. Well, friends, as we said earlier, it's frigid cold outside. But inside the South Broadway Athletic Club, the heat's on, and just the excitement of the matches is enough to keep you warm. Whoa, a big toss by the Lumberjack on the Ghetto Grub. Irish whips the Grub off the rope and catches him with that big arm. The Grub finds himself in the middle of the squared circle, count of one. And a kick out by Ghetto Grub. Side headlock applied by the Lumberjack. Don't forget, fans, to watch Pro Wrestling with the Giant Assassin on the TCI cable network. Wednesday, Friday, and Saturdays, 9 p.m. That's on channel 22. As we've told you before, it's nice to sit in the comfort of your living room and watch the action, but there's nothing like being a part of the action right here at South Broadway. Speaking of the action, wrestling returns here to South Broadway on February the 19th on a Saturday night. You want to get your tickets early and come down here and be a part of all the action. In the ring, a count of one, and the Grub kicks out again. Lumberjack with that axe chop that he uses to the, oh, I would say a low blow. Now the elbow to the back of the head. Tag is made. Grub should be out of there, and the Freedom Rider comes in with a kick to the midsection. Both men double teaming the Lumberjack. Frankie D trying to come in, but now the Freedom Rider choking the Lumberjack. In the rope, referee calls for a break. And the Freedom Rider takes the Lumberjack down. Now stepping on him. Tony, this Freedom Rider taking the Lumberjack right off his feet.
Well, you know, he's been around a long, long time, this Freedom Rider, and he probably knows every trick in the book, so he's going to do whatever he has to do to beat the Lumberjack.
Well, I'll tell you, this is the case where the champions have got nothing to lose, or a lot to lose and nothing to gain, really. So they're going to go to whatever step they have to retain that title. Brings the big man out of the corner. Goes for a cover one. Count of one, and the Lumberjack kicks out. As we said, they tag in and out frequently, keep the freshman in. Lumberjack now working on that outstretched arm. And across the upper shoulders. Now the tag's made, and in comes Frankie D. Don't forget, Saturday night, February the 19th, wrestling returns here to South Broadway. Frankie D delivers the blow that takes the grub to the canvas. Now working on the leg. From behind comes the Freedom Rider. Grub rolls over the tags. Came up for a fire slam. Count of 1, 2, 3. Count of 3. And the champions retain the title.
Hey, Smith! We want the competition out here! We want it now!
Okay, welcome back from that match. You saw Ghetto, Grub, and the Freedom Team. Who cares? I don't care. Now remember, the next matches are at the South Broadway Athletic Club down on Broadway on Saturday, February 19th. You be there. We got a lot of surprises in store for you. And Gus is going to come down and bring up...
Let me tell you who's going to be there. Tommy Lasorda is going to be there. Charlie Ghetto, Mark Cusimano. And let me tell you, we're going to have Italian food there. We're going to have free food and everything. Let me tell you about the South Broadway Athletic Club. It's been there promoting kids for at least 100 years. A lot of guys came up there, and we're going to have Fast Eddie over there from across the river over there, and we're going to give away free T-shirts at Gus's Fashions and free hats for everybody that comes to the South Broadway Athletic. And you know who else is going to be there? Steve Miserini. He's going to be there with his roller skates on. And Joe Farrell. We're all going to be there. Let me tell you that. So if you want to come, and it's a great cause because we want to keep that South Broadway Athletic area open there. It's beautiful, the Soulard area, and they're going to have a Mardi Gras down there. Let me tell you about that area. All the Italians that came from Italy, they started their businesses down there in 1890, and they were selling bananas. They were cutting the rotten parts off and selling them a nickel a pound, and some of them were my relatives, the Lanazas and Sarahs and the Viveritos. But let me tell you, we're going to have a great time there. There's going to be a lot of wrestlers there. And you know who else we're going to have? Some rappers over there. We're going to have Chris Cross, Bobby Brown, Kumo D, Tony, Yo-Yo. She says I can play with her yo-yo anytime I want to. MC Light, Hammer's going to be there. We're going to have everybody on South Broadway. When you see that big light shining up in the sky, you're going to see people all over the South Broadway. Remember, it's February the 19th on a Saturday night.
Oh, my God. Couldn't have done it any better myself. Okay, we're gonna go to the next match now, and it's gonna be after this match we'll get him. I told him he was here. He's already on. Oh. But we're gonna go to the next match.
I got a guy here that comes in my store. Come over here. He's always playing with my zippers here. He loves to play with zippers, this guy. I don't know why he does it. All my zippers on my pants are always tore up. He's a zipper man. He says he dreams about zippers. He's constantly dreaming about zippers all the time when he goes to sleep. So he comes in my store and he looks for jeans. He stays here all day playing with my zippers, and he breaks the zippers on my jeans. If he keeps hanging around here, I'm going to go out of business. The other day, I send him at Fazio's Bakery to get a loaf of bread. He comes back 2 days later. Look at his bread. Let me show you how hard it is. The bread is so hard. I know he likes hard zazitsas, but I can't believe the bread is so hard. I mean, you send this guy to get a loaf of bread, he comes back 2 days later. I know why he likes hard bread. Look at him, ain't he beautiful? He likes hard bread and hard zazitsas. I sent him to Charlie Ghetto to get linguine and clams. He brings me a zazitza sandwich. I sent him to Chemo's, my cousin Mark Cusimano, and he loves zazitza, this guy. He loves zippers. Look at this dude. Why do you bring me hard bread? I know why you like this hard bread, brother. I know why you like everything hard. You got anything to say on TV? Don't laugh so much. Are you still hanging around Tiger Grove Park?
Yes, all the time.
I heard you're the queen of Collinsville Park now.
I moved over there, Jeff.
You moved over? You got your license to hang around Collinsville Park?
I got a plaque at home.
A plaque? Oh, what does that plaque represent? Queen for a day?
The next match is Johnny Jett against John Blackhart. Watch this, and we'll be back in a little bit.
And Blackhart in the hair. Johnny Jett a reversal. Whoa, drop kick. And once again, Blackhart outside. He's spending just as much time outside as inside that squared circle. The fans get...
We want to tell the fans, while I'm thinking about it, I was just reminded by Ed, we're putting a bunch of things together here that we're going to really try to do something big here at the South Broadway Athletic Club. Everybody's got their, what do you call them, Halloween Havocs, Royal Rumbles, all kind of things
Royal
going
Rumble,
on.
the bash.
But we've got something coming up here that I think the fans will enjoy. We just got to put some finishing touches on it that we'll announce to the fans. And something else is coming up. February 14th. Oh, no. February the 12th. You know what that is?
Well,
on the flyer I got here for the South Broadway Athletic Club, they call it the Sweetheart Dance.
oh,
So
man.
it must be close to Valentine's Day, whenever Valentine's Day
I would say
is.
so.
The Grand Fuzz is going to be here. Come on down, dance with your sweetheart, and have a good time at the Sweetheart Dance. February the 12th. It's on a Saturday night right here at the South Broadway Athletic Club.
Well, Tony, you know, we said time and time again that the club here always has got something going on. This place very seldom sits idle. Just like that February dance, the wrestling, bingo, boxing, they do it all.
Did you say boxing?
I said boxing.
Well, let me tell you something.
When's
Friday
boxing?
night at the fight, February the 4th, 7:30.
I
Right
mu-
here at the South Broadway Athletic
I must have
Club.
ESP.
South Broadway's got their own bunch of boxes now. They got two of them that was really up there in the Golden Gloves. Might even be able to make it to the Olympics and put South Broadway right back on the map with boxing like it used to be years and years ago, and just like it is with wrestling. So come on down and support the boxing matches whenever you
That's on Friday night,
February the 4th.
February the 4th,
7:30.
7:30. Friday night at the fights. Boy, I must have ESP. Maybe we're going to win the lottery.
I hope you're right, Herb. I hope you're right.
I'll tell you, if we did, we'd still be doing what we're doing now. Sure we would. And Johnny Jett finds himself over the corner, comes down behind Blackhart, grabs the arm, and takes him back down to the canvas. Just that quick.
Something else we got coming up, we haven't had it for a while. We're going to have the King of the Battle Royals. And we might put that in conjunction with something else we're going to have. We're not sure yet. We might make two different nights of it. But the King of the Battle Royals is coming up for sure. That's when we have two Battle Royals in one night. Then the two winners meet each other at the end of the night. And the winner is the King of the Battle Royals.
King of the Battle Royals. And more than likely, you'll see these two contestants right now in that Battle Royal when it's put together. Both of them very comparable.
So
Johnny Jett in the Blackhart.
We wasn't going to have that battle, King of the Battle Royals. We had a few people get hurt. And then I talked to the wrestlers, and they said they didn't mind. They'd put up the money to go in there to be the King of the Battle Royal. And the fans have just been going crazy. They want to see it. They want to see it. So we had to go to the wrestlers and try to get everything worked out. And we got it worked out. Well, we are going to have the King of the Battle Royal.
Well, Blackhart thought he outsmarted Jett, but Jett caught him with the drop kick out of that corner. Jett moves in with a punch to the midsection. A judo chop. And a second one. Sends him from one side to the other. Jett they would have flying clothesline. Blackhart, I'm telling you, I spent a lot of time on the canvas tonight. Whoa.
Ooh, 2.5.
2.5. Then an upset. Johnny Jett.
Johnny Jett's been around a while, but he wanted to come right here where all the action is, right here in St. Louis, right at the South Broadway Athletic Club. And the matches that he's been in here, he's sure made a good showing.
Oh, a double reversal. Oh, both men. And, oh, wait a minute. And Blackhart. Both men collided, and Blackhart fell on top. Boy, what tough break for Johnny Jett. Just when he had things going his way.
Even the winner of the match, John Blackhart.
And Blackhart victorious, fans. Don't go away. We're going to be right back with a lot more action.
Okay, this gentleman is our hero in the downtown area. His name is Tony Casta.
John Vitale.
Tony Casta.
John Vitale.
I thought you was Tony Casta. You look just like the wrestling promoter Tony Casta.
Get to the point.
Well, Saturday night, I'm over at Charlie Gito's having a little wine, you know, relaxing, and my wife calls me up and told me she couldn't set the alarm. So I get in my car and start over to my store, and I see this guy with a flashlight in his hat. What does that hat represent in these things?
Deputy Fire Chief's hat.
Are you a
Fire Chief also wears this hat, but so does a Fire Marshal.
What about this badge?
That's Fire Marshal.
Okay, what about this 007 badge?
Let's get on the fire detail right now, idiot.
Okay. Well, anyway, he's standing out in the middle of the street, and I see the smoke coming from across the street was in front of my store. I thought my store was on fire. He's screaming to come over. Instead of call the fire department, he calls the police department. They thought it was a holdup.
Excuse me.
They thought it was a holdup,
Excuse me.
and the fire department was delayed 10 minutes because the police department came first.
That is incorrect.
Well, what happened, Tony Casta?
Man, don't call me that goddamn name again, will you? Come on.
All right.
Come on, will you? I'm trying to get to the story. I get to
All right,
get to good things.
talk.
Will you quit?
All right, talk.
So, man, listen. You want me to do this or not?
All right, go ahead, talk.
So, here, I'll hold it myself.
All right.
So, I'm walking out the door. We're fixing to close.
Talk a little louder.
So,
You was
it
drunk.
was 8 o'clock.
Yeah, you was drunk.
No, I wasn't.
All right, go ahead.
So it was 8 o'clock, and I went outside and I seen some smoke out there.
Did you
from the
start the
building.
fire?
Will you quit talking, stupid asshole,
Well, I had somebody.
before I shut this place up?
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. Here, will you take it easy with the bike, pal?
All right.
So, I go back outside the store here, and I make a phone call.
To the police.
No, to the fire department, asshole. So I tell the people, I said, listen, you people better get down to Tucker Boulevard at the St. Louisian Hotel real quick because we got a fire on the second floor. Now, actually, I'll be honest with you. I told him, I says, listen, you better get down there because we got a fire on the Tucker Boulevard side of the hotel. I didn't pay attention. Come on, you're making me forget what I'm saying. So,
Well, you're not drunk, so you can't remember. If you drink a couple beers, you remember.
give me some slack?
Go ahead. Here you go. Come here.
You keep doing all the talking, I'm not going to.
Well, I'm not talking. You can't
You
get
are
the words
talking.
out. What is this? Harley and...
Come on, shut the f and let me
All
talk.
right, come on. Here, let's go.
Before I shut this place down.
Okay, Commissioner.
Here,
You need the mic to talk.
fuck up out of here
All
with
right,
that
come
thing.
on.
So I'm outside. I come back inside and I make a phone call. I call the fire department. I tell them, listen, you better hurry up and get down here to trouble to
Need the wrong address.
you.
You gave him the wrong address.
No.
All right.
Damn,
You
man.
need the mic to talk.
Yeah, but you're making me nervous standing there looking at me.
Well, somebody's got to look at you. You're so damn ugly. Come on, get on.
No.
All right, let's get on with the with
Betsy
this
the
thing.
Butana with you.
What do you mean,
somewhere.
Betsy the Butana? You talk Sicilian?
Somewhere.
Here, let's go.
Here.
Just because you grew out Tony Casta, you don't need to get mad at me.
Shut the big mouth.
All right, let's go. Let's get back to this fire.
I'm telling the people, I said, you better hurry up and get down to Tucker and Washington because we have a hotel fire down here at the St. Louisian Hotel. It's on the Tucker Boulevard side. Now, I did not get a good look at where the smoke was coming from, but I did see big black pillars of smoke coming out. I says, by the way, this is I'm classifying this as a general alarm. Because of the size of the building, we can't take chances.
How big is the building?
Well, it's about, at least see, I say about 6 or 7 stories.
Okay.
At least.
Right.
So,
Quit picking your nose.
time, I don't know what you talk about, pal. So by the time I was all over with, they must have dragged out at least about 5, 6, possibly 7 burning mattresses with smoldering smoke coming out.
Was anybody using those mattresses at the time? Was there any? Well, how come they were burning?
Well, they were using them. They were keeping them, and see at the time. This is the second floor. They're using this here for a warehouse.
Well, I heard they got these mattresses from Coral Courts. Is that right? They got a lot of beds and. Well, I'm telling you, these mattresses came from Coral Courts.
Federal courts or the defense courts or the civil courts.
Did you ever go to the Coral Courts?
Nope.
Well, Tony Casta went there.
Talk about one thing, you're talking both. Let's get to the point.
All right. Now watch that fly. I don't want my store on fire. Watch that cigarette lighter. You're supposed to be a fire commissioner. Quit picking your nose.
Well, I thought it was at the police department.
He switches. He's a switch hitter. Sometimes he's with the police department. Sometimes he's with the fire department. But there were so many police cars surrounding the area, the fire trucks couldn't get by because the police got a call for a holdup. Am I right or wrong?
Well, let me put this frank to you.
Put it what to me?
Let me be frank with you about this.
Frank?
A policeman was in here that helps us out a lot. His name is Tim Seitel.
Okay.
Well, he's on duty, no playing around, but so, here. He's over here. He's watching the store while I put the gold away. He's watching the store at the door while I was putting the gold away.
Right, we're going outside, so we're going to
hold up just a minute. So he gets a call for a robbery in progress at the St. Louisian. He goes over there, and it turns out there was no robbery over there. It was a fire. So that's the reason why the department vehicles from the fire department were 10 minutes late. Then when the battalion chief came down there,
we got a commercial. Hold on.
Shoot him out.
We got.
Hey, Tony, is there any? Oh, Jimmy's your name, right? I'm sorry.
Fire marshal.
Mr. Fire Marshal. Now, is there fire close around here that you could take us and show us where you can put it on the camera? Well, how about taking us and showing us?
Hey, let's go, man.
February 19th. Yeah, don't forget the next matches are Saturday, February 19th when we're going to look at this building. Saturday, February 19th, don't forget it. Right now, Fire Marshal Jim here is going to take us out and show us the remains of the burning building.
There's the boat.
You got a shot of that?
You see where the biggest part of the wood is at, where it says A-OK board up, and the other biggest piece, the other next biggest piece of the wood, well, that's where the fire broke out at. And then some of it managed to kind of like spread over that way, and then some of it kind of like spread over this way. They threw the mattresses on top of that thing, and then made their way down to the sidewalk.
Well, what did you determine the cause of the fire was?
Opened up the windows to let the smoke out afterwards.
What did you and the other fire marshals determine the cause of the fire? Was it arson or just...
I went on 3 different assumptions. Deliberate arson, accidental arson, or careless smoking in bed. Until I just happened to find out that they was using that for a storage house.
Was Tony Casta in there?
I know Tony Casta. That's before my time.
Well, thank you, Fire Marshal. I appreciate that. Okay, the next match is going to be me and Tom Sullivan. And let me tell you, Saturday, February 19th, I've been working. I took the last 3 weeks off of wrestling. I've been working with John Blackhart, showing him everything I know because we've been studying tapes. We're going to bust Tom Sullivan up. I don't care what it takes. Well, I'm going to make my mentor, John Blackhart, the next champion down there. So you watch this match, and we'll be back to talk to you in a little bit. Ooh. Yeah, we're on right before.
Here's our brand new, easy to remember, user-friendly address for our pro wrestling website. Yes, bringing wrestling into the 21st century. You'll find out many facts that you don't know from watching the show or from going to the matches. We have pictures of the wrestlers. We have pictures of old wrestlers, and we got lots of interesting information. Here's the address, http:// actually, not dash dash. Let's start that again. http://members.aol.com/Giant Assassin, GIANTASSN/wrestling in capital letters RASL.HTTM. Yes, our easy to remember, user-friendly pro wrestling website, bringing wrestling into the 21st century, just for you.
There you see the assassin and I guess his manager or whatever you want to call him, Rick James. For a small guy, he's sure causing a lot of confusion. Assassin finally gets back in the ring. There's no love lost between Sullivan and the assassin. Assassin being taunted by the crowd, breaks his concentration. Assassin, big kick to the midsection. Puts the leather to the chest of the champion. Throws him right outside. And once again, Rick James goes over. Puts the patent leather to Sullivan. Now he goes out. Knee to the midsection, forearm across the back of the neck. Terry Riley counting on both men. Picks him up, puts him down on the hardwood floor. Once again, fans, remember there's no canvas or no mats on the floor around this ring. Now he has a chair right across the back of the neck. The assassin with a chair. Now, oh, but Sullivan repays the favor. The assassin is laid out on the floor. Sullivan took that chair. Jason, stay there. Now Sullivan repays that favor with a big body slam. On the floor, fans, this crowd is on its feet. Sullivan in and out now. Assassin trying to climb up into the ring, and Sullivan says, "Here, I'll help you." He goes for the cover, but Sullivan has to break it up. Assassin with his foot on the rope. Now he comes back outside. Assassin trying to figure out what state he's in. Rick James telling him to get back in there. Referee Terry Riley still continuing to count. Counts up to 11, I believe. Sullivan after James again. Sasson back in the ring, finally.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10 minutes in the last hour, 20 minutes remaining.
Sullivan. Sasson takes him down with an arm drag. Sasson working on Sullivan. The champion. Uh-oh, he's holding it down. Here comes the ring. Rick James he's ringing the bell. Oh, Rick James showing he can do it. From behind, the Cajun Raging comes to the aid of the champion. Cajun Raging. Now the champion, working on the assassin. He's calling for the bell. This one's definitely out of control. Assassin outside. The Cajun Raging. Come to the aid of the champion.
Referee Aaron Riley disqualifying both wrestlers.
Hey, welcome back from that match. We don't care who won, because you just come down there Saturday, February 19th. You'll see all the ass butt kicking you're going to see in your whole life. Okay, we're down here at Gus's Fashion, and this is where I come when I'm in town. Like I said, I gave a big donation to his childhood stuff. And we're going to let Gus tell you a little bit. All you guys that want to know where your wife's at, or your wife know where you're at, they got beepers down here for sale. I'm going to let Gus tell you a little bit about beepers and all that other stuff.
Well, we're going to see these T-shirts here. It says Southside. Anybody goes to this wrestling match February the 19th on Saturday night, we are going to give away these $25 T-shirts at Gus's Fashions Southside Athletic Club. We forgot to put Athletic Club on it because it was too expensive. They wanted another $10, and Tony Casta wouldn't come up with the money. But I want to tell you that we're going to give away at least 2,000 of these T-shirts because we know there's going to be a lot of people here at the Southside Athletic Club. Come here. Here's one of the guys. He's a boxer. Are you doing any boxing lately or what?
I haven't done anything.
You haven't done anything? I'm gonna suit you up. I'm gonna train you with Tony Casta, and we're gonna make a heavyweight boxer out of you. February the 19th, you're gonna box. Who's he boxing? Anyway, who can we let him box? The Hurricane. Yeah, we'll let you go with the Hurricane or the Earthquake. I want you to come and see this guy. Look at him now. He just arrived here from L.A. It was a bad earthquake. He's coming here to buy some clothes at Gus's Fashions. He left everything in L.A. He took the first bus out. He's been through fires. He's been through floods, but now he's coming to Gus's Fashions, and you'll see him at the Southside Athletic Club. What's your name?
My name is Daniel Robinson. I'm ready to buy Mr. Groves.
All right, bro. Who else? How you doing? What's your name? Don't be scared. Come here, man. Here's my baby here. We're going to put some hot music on, me and my sweetheart, and we're going to do a little rock and roll. She knows how to jitterbug. Gus is going to jitterbug with her. You know how to jitterbug, baby?
No, I'm too old.
No, you're never too old. I dance with women 75 and 80 all day long.
I'm not that old.
I know, baby. That's why I say you know how to do a little jitterbug. Let me show you a few steps. I'll turn the music on, okay?
You go right ahead.
You gonna do it with me?
I'll watch.
No, you gotta
Just watch it.
I'm gonna shake you a little bit, baby. You want to shake? Look at him. He's itching like crazy over there. The little boy over there. I mean, little girl or whatever. She's kind of itching.
Nice.
Do you know how to do a little rock and roll, a little swing? I can swing with you, okay? Take that head away.
This is Gus's Rock House.
Come on, baby. Turn you on TV, baby. Come on, baby. Shake. Come on, baby. Woo, baby, let's get hot. Come on, honey. Woo. Come on, baby. Let me turn it. The other way, baby. Woo. Woo. You go right ahead. Yeah, baby. We're going to be on the Arsenio Hall show.
Go next match.
Okay, baby.
Okay, while Gus and his date here are dancing, we're going to go to this next match. It's Ghetto Grubs and the Freedom Rider against Rock and Roll Kid and Keith Smith. You watch this match, and we'll be back to see Gus and Pete and everybody else. And Vince is down here. We ain't talked to Vince yet. We lost Vince. He left with that guy or gal you had on here earlier in the show. There you go. Vince, what do you think about this place? Tell us what you think about it.
It's really a nice place, Charlie Sampson.
Okay, go on in this match and we'll be back later.
Well, Tony, a match you just put together, and I must say we've tightened down all the doors, and the champions putting those titles on the line here.
This reminds me of something. If some of these people are listening out there, by the way, get a chance to get over in Collinsville, we'll have an upcoming date over in Collinsville. There's a possibility that the SICW and the MMWA will be in Collinsville here very shortly.
Very shortly. Hope to know soon.
He's out to hit Chad.
The Ghetto Grub backs the Rock and Roll Kid. Catches him coming out of that corner. Delivers him on the canvas. Tag is made, and in comes the Freedom Rider. And drops that knee across the throat of the Rock and Roll Kid. Choking him. Freedom Rider brings him to his feet, picks him up, and deposits him back down, and once again drops that knee down across the throat. Freedom Rider scoops him up. Fire slam. Count of 1, 2, 2 as Keith Smith comes in to try to break it up, but Rock and Roll Kid kicked out. Tags made. And the Ghetto Grub. Reverse elbow. Ghetto Grub breaks the forehead with the boot. Picks him up. And a suplex. Oh. Drops him down. Count of 1. Whoa. And Keith said, okay, you want to lay there? Grub cuts off Rock and Roll from a tag. Apparently a chokehold. Referee calls for a break. Grub picks up the Rock and Roll Kid. Brings him back over to their corner. Ooh, tag's made, and the Freedom Rider comes off the rope. Once again, the knee across the throat. Rock and Roll Kid. It's knocked out of the ring. Right here, right in front of us. Ghetto Grub. Working on the Rock and Roll Kid. For a second time. Now the Freedom Rider comes out. And here's Keith Smith. Smith and the Freedom Rider tied up. All four men right here in front of us. Referee trying to get them broke up. Smith ends up inside. Freedom Rider's there. Rock and Roll Kid out here in front. I believe the Rock and Roll Kid has been busted open. Freedom Rider. Yes, he has. Rock and Roll Kid bleeding. Reverse chinlock applied. The Rock and Roll Kid has been busted open. Ghetto Grub placed his head onto that iron bar. Boy, he has really busted open. And Ghetto Grub chokes him over that middle rope. Referee's going to have to take a look at him. Whoa, vicious chop. Tags made. Keith Smith taking care of him. Ghetto Grub on the canvas. Rock and Roll Kid laying over there in the corner. Big drop kick by Smith on the Ghetto Grub. Locks on the spinning toe hold, but Ghetto Grub gets to the rope. Grub outside. Ghetto Grub and Keith Smith outside now. Grub throws Smith back in. Smith out of the way from the Freedom Rider coming off that top rope. Smith now spinning toe hold, clamps on the figure four. Has it clamped on in the middle of the ring. Referee's breaking it up. And in comes the Grub. I believe the referee was breaking it up because the Grub was the legal man. And there, the Rock and Roll Kid is in. And he's working on the Ghetto Grub. Now, Ghetto Grub finds himself out here on the floor. Smith now, with the Freedom Rider half in and half out. The Ghetto Grub, I believe, is still the legal man. Referees counting. Count of four. Referee counting on the Ghetto Grub. As the Grub climbs back in.
Catch your wind, just taking a few minutes out there to catch your breath.
Boy, Tony, the Rock and Roll Kid is really busted open.
See what happened.
Him and the Grub tied up out here at ringside, and Grub introduced his head to this iron railing around the stage here. I mean, not only once, but twice. And that's the outcome of it right there.
We talked about cushioning them posts once before, and it looks like we may eventually have to do that. This is getting way out of hand.
I'll tell you. Smith into the corner, and Grub catches him with a backdrop as he comes out of there. Referee needs to look at that cut on Rock and Roll. Smith ends up out here. Right here in front of us, and the Rock and Roll Kid comes around. Keith Smith here in front of us. Keith and the Rock and Roll Kid. Right here in front of us. Smith back in. Both men tie up.
I've sat here all night and haven't said too much. I'm just hanging out to the table along with Ed Smith, and I still get excited.
I'm telling you.
I guess it's never going to leave me. I just sit here and think about the times I was in there and what I could do, and maybe I can do. I don't know.
Boy, I'll tell you. Well, now the Freedom Rider, all four men once again inside the ring. Freedom Rider and the Rock and Roll Kid. Oh, catches him with that clothesline. Ghetto Grubs got Smith in one corner. Once again, sets him off. Oh, double clothesline. Both men thinking the same way. The Grub now goes over to the Rock and Roll Kid, picks him up. Got him up in the air. Oh, wait a minute. Smith with a drop kick. One. We got a 3 count. And Grub was the legal man. The Grub was the legal man. At the 3 count, I believe we got new champions. We're going to get the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a minute and 30 seconds, the winner and new tag team champion, Pete Parisi.
Jimmy, are you going to be at the Athletic Club February the 19th? They're going to have a midget boxer down there, Tony Casta. Do you want to go box with him?
No.
You're not considered a midget,
I
are
only
you?
box with giants.
Giants? Here
Yeah.
he is, right here, baby. Here,
Yeah,
look
but
out.
they call me the Hurricane.
What hurricane? Why?
I sweep them up off their feet.
Oh, is that what it is? Show him your tongue. Show him your tongue.
Show them how tall you are.
Show
That ain't got anything to do with being a boxer, pal.
Show him your tongue.
Somebody's beeper's going off
All
at the
right.
door.
Show him your tongue, brother.
What's the thing going on?
Yeah, there's
Damn, man.
Show him your tongue, man. You got
I
the
can't do
crazy.
that here.
Why not,
Let's
man?
see him before.
He's got a tongue you can't believe. Show it to him.
him, Jimmy. Come on.
No, because I don't want to get this motherfucker back here started. He might get ideas.
Come on, we all want to see it.
I want to get a female started. I don't want to get him started.
Lots of women are going to see the show.
Yeah, but see, he might think I'm
Jimmy,
directing that
you
toward him.
remember Misty, the gay guy? Every time
I
he'd
don't
ask you
remember
your
no
name,
gay
he had
people.
your zipper down before you told
I
him
don't
your
remember
name.
no gay people.
Don't you remember Misty Blue?
Nah.
Says, how you doing, Jimmy? Bada boom, you was done. Don't you remember that?
Did you have to put that in on this
Well,
tape?
I'm just telling him about Misty Blue.
That was good enough doing the fire marshal scene, but we didn't have to bring up any...
One time, a guy came in the store. He had a dress on. And he was a country and western woman singer. And Jimmy likes country and western. And he sat on his lap.
Country music?
He sat. He
Don't listen to it no more because it's too depressing.
he sat on the guy's lay on his.
Excuse me, quote unquote. I listen to 50s, 60s rhythm and blues and Motown music. I do not listen to fag music or drug music. I definitely.
What are you drinking?
By AC/DC either.
Well, what about Misty
Will
Blue?
you let go? Damn, man. Oh, damn toy. When I look like a damn blowfish. Damn, boy. I'd eyes you with this thing.
Jimmy, you got anything to say?
The tongue, Jimmy.
Let's see the tongue. Show him the tongue, man. Show him the tongue. All the women will be looking at you. Go ahead. Show him the tongue.
We're broadcasting
Nah, I can't do
live.
that. I'm a-
That's the number
Show
one.
me tongue.
Nah, I
Go ahead,
can't do
Mr.
Come on,
that.
Jimmy.
St. Louis. Of course, I'm
Go ahead, real fast, Jimmy. Real fast. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Here he comes.
I can't do that because I don't want the fire department watching that.
Go ahead. You got it. This is the whole show, the tongue. Show them. They're going to call you the tongue man.
Come on.
I'm not going to do it up here where everybody's watching me.
Where did you get that tongue at? How come you got such a big tongue? What do you do with it?
I got me a lizard and cut his tongue off and sewed it onto mine.
No kidding. They do that nowadays. I heard of a pump, but I never heard of a tongue. Okay?
No comment.
Are we done with the tongue man? Are we done with the tongue man? I says I heard of pumps, but I never heard of tongues like that. Okay, you're done. Pick up your check at the South Broadway Athletic Club. That's it, huh? Well, don't forget the wrestling match and the entertainment that we're going to have on February the 19th, Saturday night. It's a good cause. I mean, you know, Saturday night's a dead damn night if you don't go to the South Broadway Athletic Club, because there's going to be such great excitement and thunder in that place. The place is over 100 years old, and it's a beautiful place to come. It's got a lot of nostalgic in it, and a lot of boxers came through there for years and years that are still living and all over the country. It was the start of the St. Louis boxing era, and I want you to be there February the 19th and do your thing with them. Sign off, Gus.
Well, we want to say thanks to Gus. We're down here at Gus's Fashions on the corner of Washington and Tucker. I want the cameraman to turn around and get a shot of that Buffalo Bills jacket way back in the corner. For any of you people who want to get on the assassin side, you get him one of them in XXX. And you'll get on my side good because, like I say, even though, no, way back there in the corner, see the blue and red one? The Buffalo Bills jacket. Even though they screwed up in the Super Bowl, they're still the greatest team in the last decade, and they're going to be there again next year because, you know, we've had past shows where the Buffalo Bills, I had my Bills paraphernalia on. I said, everybody sign me, send it in to me. Nobody sent nothing. Get that one out of here. There you go. Okay, y'all come down and see Gus down here. You got all this sports stuff. Any of you people that are in this stuff, come on down and get it. I'm sure they even got Raiders jackets down here and all that stuff. That's what they all wear then. Okay, we got Vince here. We want to say bye to Vince. I want to say thanks to Mike for running the show, and thanks to Gus for having us. Thanks to Pete for all he does, and thanks. We finally got to meet Tony Casta's little brother, Jimmy Casta. You seen him down here? He's Tony's bigger brother. He was down here. He's down here working for Gus, doing the fire stuff and everything. But anyway, come down Saturday, February 19th, South Broadway Athletic Club.
I just want to say one thing.
Sure.
Isn't it amazing how Jimmy Casta and Tony Casta have pretty much the same personality?
I think Jimmy's a little bit taller, right?
Say yes, Jimmy.
Yeah.
About 4 inches?
Yeah, a little taller.
Where at?
Brain-wise. Mingo-wise.
Mingo-wise.
Do they go
Say
up?
Mingo-wise, Jimmy.
Mingo-wise.
How much bigger, Jimmy?
Let me put it this way. As Mama Lucia says, Mingo-wise.
How big Mingo-wise?
Como go guardi.
Like a horse?
See.
Man, you're all right, brother. Let me
All
shake
right.
your hand. Well, I never met a man with a horse.
Angolo.
Avangula yourself.
Yeah.
We want to say thanks to everybody. We're going to get out of here. And that just proof positive is how easy it is for you to lose control of a show. This is really hard work. And you have to admire guys like Pete and Vince and Mike that do this stuff every day, you know. But anyway, we're going to go. February 19th, come down to Gus's for all your beeper needs. We'll see you.